Hello, and welcome to the CASSS Exhibitor Virtual Booth Page Training. My name is Randy Jacobs, and I am the CASSS Exhibit Manager. I am excited to be here with you to help show you how to prepare your virtual booth pages in the Digital platform. In this training, I will walk you through how to access your virtual booth page and provide you with step-by-step directions on how to set up your booth page. For hybrid or fully virtual events, all exhibitors are required to have a virtual booth page in Digital in order to connect with our virtual attendees. Both in-person and virtual attendees will have access to your virtual booth pages. However, your pages should be designed with the virtual attendee in mind. Your virtual booth page will be your online resource manager and house all exhibitor content and resources through the Exhibitor Showcase tab on the event website. Digital provides you with unlimited space to download collateral on your virtual booth page. The designated main contact for your booth will be sent an email from Digital with access to set up your virtual booth page. Additional contacts may be added during the setup of your booth in the contact section. Please note all Digital virtual booth page contacts will have access to the back end of the platform for setup and daily management access only. Unless you are registered with the Symposium badge, you will not have access to the front end of the site where you can see other exhibitor booth pages or other sections of the event website. Now let's jump into the Digital site so I can walk you through the setup of your virtual booth. I will now take you to our CASSS test booth to demonstrate this. So I'm going to log into the CASSS Digital site and I'm going to go to the My Directory Listing tab. This is where all of our exhibitor listings will be found. And then I'm going to click on the specific entry for the event that I am working on. So for the purpose of today, I will click on CASSS Test Exhibitors. Once I click on this, the window will expand and you'll want to scroll all the way to the bottom and click the blue Enter button. Now, once you've clicked that, you have now entered the back end of your booth. And what you see here is what the attendees will see when they click to enter your booth, except they will not see the Manage or Report tabs, as those are only visible to the booth contacts on the back end of the platform. So now I'm going to walk through each of these tabs, and then I will walk through step-by-step directions on how to set up your virtual booth page. The Overview page is where we currently are, and this will act as your home page for your booth. And this is what you can where you can include all of your company information, including your company overview and information on products, services, and key highlights. You can also include videos, images, hyperlinks, and more. You do want to make this page pop since this is the first thing attendees will see when they enter your booth. Resources is the next tab, and this is where all of the content that you provide for attendees to download will be housed. As I mentioned before, Digital allows for an unlimited amount of collateral to be added to the Resources tab. Contacts is the next tab, and this is a listing of all booth contacts as entered by you or by Digital based on information you provided to me in advance. Contacts will have access to the back end of the booth as you see here, but again, they will not have access to any other part of the meeting unless they are registered with the badge. By clicking on this website tab, this will take you to the website of the URL that you provided to me in advance, and this web page will open in a separate tab. Live chat is where attendees can chat with your booth contacts in real time, and it is available from the moment they receive the registration email from Digital, which is a few days before the event starts, through until the event ends. The one-on-one appointment tab is where attendees can schedule one-on-one appointments with your designated company contact. It is the responsibility of the designated company contact to set up the available dates and times for attendees to book in advance. The designated contact will need to pick specific times on each day so they can show as available to the attendees on the front end. Digital does also have a built-in Zoom feature for these meetings within the platform, so it makes it even easier for you to connect with the virtual audience. The Virtual Showcase tab is a feature included with your virtual booth page that gives you the ability to set up a virtual showcase event, either through using a built-in Zoom feature or through a custom meeting link of your choice. This feature is great for virtual product demos, Ask the Expert sessions, or live Q&A with sales or product managers. Each company can hold one virtual showcase during the show and pick from the available times shown when you go to set up your showcase. If you choose to use this feature, I do suggest that you market this on your booth overview page as well as through pre-conference communication using pre-registration lists. Since you can use your own virtual meeting platform, you can also market this to non-meeting attendees. So next tab is going to be the Manage tab. And this is where you can make edits to your virtual booth, and I will walk through each of these fields step by step. And last, we have the Reports tab. And this is where you can download reports to show activity in your virtual booth. There's 3 reports available. Visitors will show all visitors that came to your site, and it is a list that can be downloaded. Resources will show all resources that have been downloaded by attendees. It'll show who downloaded them and include a date and timestamp. And Download Chat will export your live chat as an Excel file. I do want to note that Digital does require each attendee to opt into each specific booth. And we do stress and try to promote everyone to opt in. But if anyone does choose to opt out, then their communication listing, as well as all contact information, will not be made available and will just show as anonymous on those reports. Now I'm going to walk you through each of the steps of the Manage tab to show you how to set up your virtual booth page. So we'll first click on Information. So Information is going to be where you edit everything on your overview page. And this acts as your home page, and this is where you can add videos, images, hyperlinks, and more. You're going to want to complete all of the fields to build your booth homepage, and some fields will be pre-filled in based on the information that you provided me in advance. Name here is company name. Tagline, this can be a company tagline or catchy phrase to help draw attention to your booth. Category, you'll just leave as is. You don't have to select anything there. And description, this is where you'll enter all of the information that will appear on your booth homepage. Again, you can add text, photos, videos, hyperlinks, and more. You can see here, CASSS, we embedded one of our YouTube videos. And then scrolling down more, you'll have the main booth contacts, first name, last name, credentials, and all other contact information. You can choose to have the email visible or not. The URL down here is that URL that you'll send to me that will link to this website tab. And then underneath here is how you will show the tabs to be set up. So you are going to want to make sure that maintenance mode remains on no. Turning maintenance mode on will disable your page from being viewed by anyone. So we want to make sure that maintenance mode remains as no. We do encourage you to utilize the rest of the fields. Chat, resources, and contacts are required. You want to make sure you have at least some sort of form of communication open to virtual attendees through that live chat. Resources, of course, is where all of your collateral will be, and then contacts, you want your booth contacts to be visible. Now, the one-on-one appointment feature and virtual showcase feature are optional, but we do encourage you to utilize them just for further connection. So the one-on-one appointments, if you decide you don't want to use it, you can just toggle it to no, and the same as the virtual showcase. If you are not using any tabs, especially these two, please do turn them off. We do not want any pages to be empty. So once you're done completing all of the information here, you're going to click this blue Update Information button, so all of the changes stick. So the next tab under Manage, the next field is Update Icon. So Update Icon is actually the logo that's going to be on the main Exhibitor Showcase page that lists all of the companies. This is a logo that I will be resizing and uploading for you based on what you provide to me. This is one of the deliverables that I need for you to send to me. So please do not touch this. If you want to change the logo for any reason, just let me know and send me a new image. The next tab is Remove Icon, and this is of course removing it, but again, every company needs to have an icon or a logo on the main page, so you'll just disregard that. Update Banner. This is where you can add a banner image to your booth, which we do strongly recommend for booth design purposes. And then the image and size requirements are provided when you click to upload it. There's different aspect ratios, and then different sample resolutions will show. So it's a really easy process. And then you'll have the ability to crop images as well to fit how you would like to see it. Now under Manage, next we have Update Banner Link. If you wanted to tag a URL to this banner image of yours so people can click on it, then you would just add that URL here under the update banner link section. Remove banner is simply where you would remove the banner from the booth so you can add a new image. Next is create new contact. Create new contact is where booth contacts can be added. So you can add additional contacts here to have access to the back end of the booth. And again, contacts added here will only have that back end access, not the front end. For the additional booth contacts to enter, they would simply go to the CASSS Digital site, log in or register if they don't already have a profile, and then click to enter the booth as I showed you earlier. And that is how they will be able to enter the back end of the booth. So you add your new contact here and click save. And then next is going to be all the listings of the booth contacts. And this is where you can edit the booth contact. You can also add a profile picture and edit that image if you'd like. You can delete them as needed. And there's an opportunity to even toggle the order in which these booth contacts appear on your booth simply by dragging and dropping. So lots of different options for you from that screen. And then next we have the virtual showcase. So here is where you can add your virtual showcase event details, including the name, selecting the time slot, and editing the content for the virtual showcase tab. So time slots in green are available for you to select to book. Time slots in blue are already scheduled for you, and that's where you can edit them. And then if there were any red time slots, those are just not available to book. So first you would pick the time slot that you wish to hold your virtual showcase by clicking the green schedule time slot button. This will redirect you to a window where you can edit your virtual showcase listing. So now I'm going to click this blue edit your showcase just to walk you through how to do that. So here is where you're going to edit your virtual showcase listing. And again, the date and time are already pre-selected for you. So that those cannot be changed unless you do cancel this booking and book a different time. Next, you have meeting platform. And this is where you have the option of using Digital's built-in Zoom function that can accommodate a Zoom meeting for up to 100 users, or you can opt to use your own virtual meeting platform and select custom from the dropdown. Now, if you select custom, it will force you to enter the custom URL at that time. So if you are setting up your virtual showcase and you do not have the custom meeting link ready yet, you can simply just keep it on Zoom, work on everything else, click save, and then come back and edit this later and change the meeting platform to custom and add that custom URL. Now, I do want to point out that there are some limitations to using Digital's built-in Zoom functions. You will have to record to your computer. You are not able to record to the cloud because those videos are not retrievable from the cloud. So make sure if you do use the Zoom function, you choose to record to the computer, or else you will not have access to the recording. Polling is also not available, but most importantly, there is no registration tracking for the Zoom. So there will be no way to get any list of contacts for lead generation. So I know that's a very important piece to holding these types of events, is to collect contact information. So if that is very important to you, definitely you'll need to use your own custom meeting link. So the next field down here is meeting title. And this is where you will title your showcase. Since other companies may be holding a showcase at the same time, I do suggest you include something in the title that makes you stand out, whether it's your company name, a product name, or anything like that. The last field is meeting description. And this is where you want to tell the attendees what your virtual showcase is all about. You can include text, graphics, videos, URLs, and more. And the same formatting functions are available here that were available under the Manage Information tab. Now, once you are done, you'll scroll down here and click the blue Save button so all of your changes stick. All right. Now, on the day of your showcase, you can either access the custom meeting URL that you have set up, or you can come to the Digital Virtual Booth page, go to the Virtual Showcase tab, and click Start Meeting. Any booth contact that you have set up will have access to start the virtual showcase from within the booth page. Or if you have that custom URL, you can obviously start it on your own as well. You would simply just visit the virtual showcase tab on the front end of the site. Now, it is important to note the most successful virtual showcases are those that are well marketed with something that the attendee will find useful. Some examples are a live Q&A, FaceTime with key contacts from your organization, or even giveaways. So just keep that in mind if you do plan to utilize this feature. So the next tab under Manage is Resources, and this is where you will upload all of the resources that you would like to have available for attendees to download when visiting your booth. Here you can edit the name, you can even edit the label for the button that an attendee would click on. You can also delete, and you can toggle these by moving them up into a different order. So once you're done there, you can just simply click Close. And then lastly, under Manage, the Help field here is a section that contains helpful articles for booth contacts to use for resources for when you're building your virtual booth pages. So now I wanted just to show you an example of a simple yet effective booth page from a previous meeting. This is something that you would see just all on one page on the overview tab of a virtual booth page site, but I have split it into two columns just for sizing purposes. So here, this company has a great banner up top. It was clickable. They have a nice company description. They've even embedded a little banner down here of a giveaway for a Starbucks coffee, which was very effective for them. And then they provided some information on a product of theirs. So again, simple yet very effective booth example. So I'd just like to thank you all so much for watching this training on how to set up and manage your digital virtual booth page. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me by email or attend the upcoming office hours session to ask your questions live. We look forward to your participation in our upcoming program, and thank you again for your support.